What is up, guys? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our G8DL team recap. If you guys can, hit that like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the frill, king of the crew. Gonna keep doing this again. So let's go over the team real quick and exactly what mons did the best, what mons are just not going to be good, and what happens. But first, we need to give shout-outs to Rillaboom. Rillaboom never saw the future. Even though technically it was the only team member did not die with kills, so you're very special, and I definitely 100% will be using Rillaboom. Again, Aegislash, I'm not using Aegislash anymore. I can't use Aegislash. It didn't do anything for me this season. And yeah, I'm just not going to use Aegislash. So, yeah, so there's that. So let's go into the team. So going into 10th place, if I had to make a, oh sorry, the 11th, like the 14, no wait. Yeah, no, 13. 13 is Aegislash, and 12 is going to Rillaboom, just for the fact that Rillaboom only came into one game after that. I'm not even going to talk about this Pokemon. I know I said I would stop using this Pokemon, but the fact that I had something I could do with hazards and stuff like that, and I needed a grounded poison type, really was the only thing. So I'm not going to really talk about this thing. It was the worst thing on the team. A Selgar, I definitely think I didn't get it really rolling this season. I definitely think I may have another interest to try it. But, again, it was just a Pokemon that didn't do too much for me. And I kind of feel bad that it didn't get to do too much for me. But I'm definitely open to trying it one more time. See if I can do it right. And if I just can't, then it's maybe not Pokemon for me. And I should just stick to using Shellman. So, 10th place, still not bad. Rotom Heat is not going to lie, a little disappointment, because I've had a relatively decent success with Rotom Heat in the past with my Sand team, but Rotom is still a fantastic Pokemon. Heavy Duty Boots makes this Pokemon really good. Now with the access to Defog, I definitely think this Pokemon will be better, because then it can become a defogging option. With the Heavy Duty Boots and everything like that, Nasty Plot Overheat's a really dangerous combination, because you can just be able to get a free +2 and basically have like a +4 overheat, and then go back to like a neutral +2 overheat, and then go back to being -1 or 2 or something like that. But it's definitely a Pokemon I may try again in the future. It was just something I didn't get the ball rolling with. Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn, I wanted to put him in the top 6 so bad, but he didn't come to most games, and he didn't get to do too much as I wanted. But Ferrothorn got to kill a Pelipper with Thunderbolt. It got to pull off an anime kill. I'm happy with that. Ferrothorn's definitely another Pokemon I want to try again. I've only had, well, technically about 2.5 experience with it. The small bit with WC, and then this league, and then the one other league I used it full time and everything like that. So I really have, I don't know why, but Ferrothorn is just a strong interest for me, and I really love this Pokemon, and I really think I want to give it a try again in the future. Probably didn't build it with some weeks that are the best, but yeah, what it is. And just barely missing out of top 10, and I literally mean this just barely, is Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus, though, was a fantastic pickup. It did the work that Aegislash never did. This one went into town, it picked up the kills, it went into work, and really just did what it had to do to just pick up kills, put the team on its back. Trick Room Nasty Plot or Trick Room Calm Line, I don't care. It's a set that doesn't make any sense, but it's a set that fits my playstyle, and plus, it's just an overall really strong Pokemon. Toxic Spikes are really great with it. Will-O-Wisp support's really great with it as well. I definitely think overall this is a fantastic Pokemon, and I definitely, in the future, would want to give Cofagrigus yet another go around, because I really love this Pokemon, and I've actually used this Pokemon very little. So, the MVPs of the season. In retrospect, people can probably say Hitmonlee was not probably a MVP because it didn't get to do too much. But I'm giving Hitmonlee the top 6 spot because, one, it did actually put in some work on the team. It really did its job in doing some things, and I really think this was a fantastic Pokemon. I definitely would maybe consider drafting Hitmonlee again. Especially with the Rapid Spin buff getting the +1 speed now, being able to run things like Limber and high jump kick. Even though Unburdened sets are still good, but it's most likely you want to get a terrain setter in order to want to use Unburdened sets, if I'm being completely honest with you. But again, Hitmonlee, fantastic Pokemon, definitely would try it again. Obstagoon. My first season with Obstagoon. It wasn't the strongest season, but it was definitely a great season. Obstagoon is a fantastic dark type. This Pokemon with access to things like Reckless, which is not the best, but Defiant and Guts is just so scary to have to prep for. If you can figure out exactly what set I am, then you're really good. Obstruct is really good as well to set up the Flame War burns and to be able to force switch outs. This Pokemon itself is just super dangerous. I love it. I definitely will be planning to redraft Obstagoon in the future because this is, again, a Pokemon that really did a lot. Didn't do too much, but it did what it could do, and it did what it had to do. And for all that, I love and respect you, Obstagoon. Coming in 4th place, and this actually surprised me. But after Mudsdale's impressive debut match that it came in, even though it didn't really come into any other matches per se, I have to give Mudsdale the title of top 5 and none alone top 4 because this thing put in so much work on that one team. It really did. And I just have to give Mudsdale the win. I had to give him the win for 4th place over Obstagoon and Cofagrigus and stuff because this Pokemon just did so much. I definitely have an interest to draft Mudsdale again in the future. This thing's a relatively good rocker. Its Resto Chesto sets or Rest Sleep Talk is really dangerous. Iron Defense, Body Press, Mudsdale, and Stamina Mudsdale is just super scary to have to prep for. It makes it to where you don't have to run Earthquake, which is really, really good. And it's really an offensive Pokemon that can now run things that are just really bulky. I love Mudsdale. Definitely wanted to give it a try for 100% for sure. Aromatisse Perfume, you never cease to amaze me. You again pulled off another double Trick Room sweep late game by yourself, and you just know how to do it. You are just so thick. You just know to persuade the man by being such a tease. I'm sorry, I had to make the pun. But in all seriousness, I love Aromatisse. I definitely think its real ability in Aroma Veil is super clutch. For the fact that you cannot be taunted, you cannot be disabled, you cannot be in some way. So I think this basically, if some reason it could live the G-Max move from Metal, and it had a move that could hit it and potentially finish off late game, then that'd be really great. But it's honestly gonna die. But this Pokemon, Wish Patch is really great with it. I really love it. Maybe we'll try to draft it more. Maybe we'll try to take a break from it more. I don't know yet. But there are some variants I still really want to try and finish a league out with. There's some that I don't, but some others really want to go out to if I have to, and definitely Aromatisse is that. Okay, can I stop, computer? Finishing in 2nd place, and this actually was not somewhat surprising, but after what happened in the beginning to now, I am very impressed with this. I love Dracozolt. Dracozolt was a really strong Pokemon this season. It did miss some very unfortunate Bolt Beaks in the earlier season, but he really came back, and he really did the work in the latter season. He could have done way more work in the other league, but we just didn't play around him smartly. We didn't. But other than that, Dracozolt, I love it. Definitely going to draft it again in the future. Fantastic Electric Dragon. Forces so much prep on teams. And the fact that you can still run Volt Absorb and still be able to hit hard with Bolt Beak is really great. I think Sandrush, once it gets released, is going to be devastating on this Pokemon, and I really am looking forward to that. And definitely by far, the MVP, and I think was probably our kill leader this season, G-Max Lapras. I have a lot to say about Lapras, but I don't have that much time. Lapras with Aurora Veil, with Light Clay, is really great. This Pokemon will be able to set up its bulk and just be monstrous. I'm really sad I didn't get to bring a Dragon Dance Lapras set. I'm really sad I didn't get to do that. But I will try one day. I definitely am going to redraft G-Max Lapras. I might be tempted to try regular Lapras. It just really depends on the league and stuff like that. But 100% going to draft G-Max Lapras again. I actually had an offer to in this one league I'm currently doing. But I had to turn it down because my other G-Max is way better. Well, not way better, but it's definitely one that I'll never get to draft again. But, you know. But this was a Pokemon I love. It's so great. I love it. And I definitely am looking forward to hopefully getting Lapras again in another league. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our G8DL team recap. Again, if you guys haven't already, let me know which member of the team was your personal favorite. What do you think was the best one on the squad? For me, I gotta give it to Lapras. I never thought I'd say that. But with all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, guys, I am Frill Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog. Until the next video and next time I see you guys.